Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, traders from across the globe, and welcome to the 1904th edition of Short-Term Trading Live with Oscar Carboni. Traders, the education in these videos, 1904 strong, is the art of technical analysis, and if you've been watching since 2005, 2006, there's nobody better out there than me at this, calling markets. No one is like the Omni, and I'm here to show you something else special this evening. Before we get into what's on the board, I just want to say the name of this video, and I'm going to take a bow first, is When We See a Double Top, we sell a double top. Rock and roll, baby. How well did that lesson work for you? Did these markets not fall apart? All right, traders, we'll get to it. This video, the 1904th, is being filmed on a Thursday night for trading Friday. That would be March 8th, 2019. Before I start to explain to you what's on the board in the red Omni, I want to tell you, if you don't know this, you absolutely should. Futures trading, stock trading, ETF trading, options trading is extremely risky, especially these days. Volatility has expanded. It is through the roof. You need money that you can absolutely afford to lose if you're going to play this game. Not that everyone loses, but you know how this works. You got to be able to afford to lose. You've got to put your stops in first. You must know that trading is not for everybody. If you've got that down and you place your stops first, like any smart trader does, then follow me and listen to what's up in this video. Let's get moving. Red Omni on the board for Emini, S&P, Nasdaq, Russell, Dow, the gold, the transportation average. Gold is in there too. I don't like the way they look. Kids, I've come out in front of you in the last few videos and said, ooh, this looks ugly. See a double top, sell it. And that's exactly what's happened, and I think there's more coming. I've got a nice little chart segment to show you. I think there's enough evidence in that chart segment to convince you that we go down at least for one more day. That would be Friday. So, we know that the Oscarism, when we see a double top, we sell a double top, absolutely works. You know what? Let me just make sure everybody in the audience gets this. When we see a double top,
we sell a double top.
Yeah, very good for you guys out there listening. That works really well, but always check with me first. There are some double tops that you cannot sell into, but most will give you a downward move. The 200 bar moving average, deemed the fund manager's blue light special, like the days of Kmart, that is back in play all over U.S. indices. It has been the flavor of the past 6 weeks, and it is wreaking havoc on the markets now. The charts will illustrate. And gold, bearish. Why? Because U.S. dollars are taking off. And I'll tell you right now, with Europe, the second best place to ever put your money, if you're not going to put it in the U.S., is at 0 interest rate, 0. The U.S. is minimum 2.5. It's a no-brainer where that money's going. You've got to buy U.S. dollars to buy U.S. stocks and U.S. assets. And that's why the euro keeps getting hit. The dollar keeps rallying, and it's putting weight on gold. Traders, I've got a lot to show you, but a shout out to the kids at St. Vitus. Hello, kids. I will be there tomorrow. I promise you this. I will teach each and every one of you students how to tell a market that should go up from a market or a stock that should go down. I will try to help you pick decent stocks for your stock contest. I will see all you kids tomorrow. I'm very much looking forward to it. Hopefully, Natalie, I'll see you there too, sweetie. All right, so let's move on with what's going on. I mentioned these topics to you on the board. I want you to know that it is time for you to upgrade and receive my monthly subscription, the Platinum subscription. That's where I send you directly my trading signals, where to buy, where to sell, where to place your stops. The Omni has been killing this lately, and I've added a new feature. Check this out. Markets have been moving so quickly lately that when I want you in and out of a market, to type it to you sometimes will take 30, 40 seconds, a half a minute, and the market moves away. So I've added a new feature. I am opening up the Platinum chat room. I will put you in a private room where I can speak to you on camera and microphone. And if I want in the S&P, come on, guys, let's get in. Put your stop here first. Let's get in. That's how you're going to get the trade. Then I'll type it to you. Lightning speed. That's what's required. Markets are morphing. They're getting very volatile. I will morph with those markets and make it easier for us to get in and out. Join the Platinum subscription. Join it now. I will give you a 2-week free trial. I will leave you in my premium room, and I'll show you how to get in and out of these markets, hopefully without losing your shirts. That's the idea behind this. All right, traders. Last and not least, of course, not least of all, I'm finally going to come up with an Omni Camp date. People have been asking me for a couple of months, Oscar, when's the next camp? I am going to schedule a seminar here, Omni Camp. That's a 4-day seminar held in Las Vegas live. I am there to teach you the art of Oscar's market navigational indicator, the Omni. I will teach that to you. When you leave Omni Camp, you will be able to go home and start trading almost immediately, and I guarantee you it will be much more profitable than anything you've ever done before you met me. I don't have a date yet. I'm going to sit and ponder over the weekend, but I'll come up with a date and I'll invite some of you cats out, all right? So an Omni Camp is coming, I assure you. All right. So I guess with no further ado, traders, I've got a lot of stocks to show you, a lot of charts to show you. I want you to take a look at what's coming up next. Pull up a chair. With no further ado, let's go look at some charts. Omni Action traders alike. The next Omni Camp is coming soon. It's slated for this spring. Omni Camp is coming, and I am raising my prices. I'm here to tell you the price is going up, but I'm going to add a tremendous amount of value with this new pricing. When you leave Omni Camp, you will leave with a brand new laptop, high quality laptop. It will be programmed with everything you need, my software, the Omni, everything that you would need so that you can go home and practice on the plane ride on the way home from Las Vegas. On top of that, if you come out to Omni Camp, I will offer you a 50% discount on my Omni recommendations for the entire year for the rest of your lives. You join the annual subscription, it is half price for the rest of your lives, and on top of that, to make things even sweeter, as I post courses in the future, as I post online courses, you will get a 30% discount on all of my new online courses for the rest of your lives. Fill out your Omni Camp application now, and I will see you in Las Vegas. Traders, when we see a double top,
we sell a double top.
That was the advice I gave you when I showed you this double top. You know what wasn't there? This drop. That happened since I told you it would be a double top, and it is time to get short at your Emini S&P on a weekly. We got a lot of charts to look at here. Same video, I came out and said to you, are we ready to hit a fourth failure of the 200 ball moving average? The Fund Manager's Blue Light Special. Is this going to be a fourth failure coming? And this was the chart I showed you that night. And this is what happened since, baby. Absolutely correct call. The market failed again at the 200 ball moving average and is beginning to move lower. That's your E-mini S&P on the daily. Then we look at the Russell 2000. Remember this chart I put in front of you when we were up here and I wrote bad, bad, bad? Well, since then, look at the days that have filled in. That was in the class when I did the YouTube Live a couple days ago, right? Look at what has filled in since. Then you look at the Nasdaq, and Nasdaq is starting to follow in suit now too, below the 200 ball moving average. This is the flavor of the month, kids. That 200 ball moving average is wreaking havoc on all of our indices and a lot of stocks too. And now, of course, you fell out of the channel first in your Nasdaq. You rode inside this nice channel, fell out, and now you are below the 200 ball moving average with a red Omni. Down we expect to go on Friday in the Nasdaq. Dow Jones Industrial Average. Look at this one. Look at how ugly it fell out of here, and look where we are now. And guess where we're heading towards? The infamous Blue Light Special. That's your Dow Jones Industrial. I'm moving quickly because there's a lot of charts, kids. Dow Jones Transportation Average. You remember what I said to you? This is where our culprit lies. In here is where the culprit lies. I showed this to you when it was right here in a live video. And since that video, this is what happened. Tell me that wasn't the culprit. Look at that thing go. Analysis, traders, there is nothing better on this planet to tell you where a market will go in the future like technical analysis. Let's move forward. Weekly Russell 2000, look at that double top. Remember, the theme in this video is, when we see a double top,
we sell a double top.
Look what happened at that double top. We called it before it got there, kids. Look at that dump so far. Nasdaq weekly, look at that double top, and you are already starting to ride down. Then we move out to the Dow Jones Transportation Average. I told you this was an awkward-looking double top, but will still be recorded as one. This is what's ensued since. Big drop there. These are weekly bars. Then you got the Dow Jones Industrial Average, and basically, the beginning of the video a few days ago, I said, look at this last double top that we had. Look it created a down move, a rally up, and a bigger down move after that double top was in. And oddly enough, we're getting to use a piece of that move as the second double top. Interesting how this is all coming together, right? So you see you had a big down move. I think we're going to get a little bit of a move here. I've been doing some comparison for 10 years ago to now. I think we got a little more downside coming, kids. I would be selling rallies for sure. Then I take us out to some stocks because, you know, huge stocks in this market basically can help tell you if your call in the S&P is on the right side. This is Google. This is also what I like to call a head and shoulders formation. Imagine if you were standing there, this would be your head, these are your shoulders. Well, there's an Oscarism out there. I've created it, I've been showing it to you guys for several years, called the head test. And basically what that says is after you've created your head and shoulders, I contend that the market many times will run up and do what's called a head test. It'll try to get past the middle to the top of the head. And if it fails to do that, the big crack comes. Well, we put the head and shoulders in, we rallied up for the head test, and we're starting to crack now. That's what it looks like right now. So if that Oscarism is correct, a big component of the market is now showing a bearish signal. And then Amazon traders, look at Amazon. Now here's an interesting stock. It has fallen below the 200 bar moving average, tried to get above again, tried, and this time finally failed. But here's what's more interesting. How many times do you need to knock on a door before that door opens? You rallied up, you hit the 200 bar moving average, and then you dropped down to the 50 and held. Rallied up, fell at the 200, hit the 50 and held. Spent a little time, rallied up, fell at the 200, hit the 50, but this is knock fourth time. You knock on a door enough times, guess what it does? It opens, and that's what I think is going to happen. So I think Amazon is also showing us that it wants to crack towards the downside, another major component, if you will, of our stock market. And then look at something like this. Look at Northrop Grumman. I mean, this should be going up. It's a huge defense stock. We've got so much money in the military. We're buying all these planes, building all these ships. Look at this thing. 200 bar moving average. Again, fund managers, blue light special. Failure, drop. Failure, miserable drop. Failure, drop starting already. Big stocks are starting to also look bearish. And then, of course, we go back to commodities for just a moment. The infamous gold chart traders, we have done a fantastic job calling first the cup, then the handle, then the Omni gave us the bull flag, and the breakout of the bull flag would go to 1349. It's exactly where it went. It was the exact high where we started selling, and we've got a target now of 1263. It's already all the way down to here, and if you ask me, little bear flag building should propel us down to my target of 1263 and a half. Fantastic work Omni is giving us in the gold. It's really killed it. We've made a lot of points in this gold move. And what is keeping the gold so buoyant, in my opinion? Look at your dollar index. This dollar has been strong and solid and just staying inside of this massive channel. It gets above the 50% mark of that channel and takes off, gets under it and stays under. It's back above the 50% mark of that channel right now. It is rallying, and as I mentioned earlier, one of the best places we've ever known to put money since Japan fell apart 30 years ago has been in the EU, but EU has 0% interest rates. The US has 2.6 minimum. You can do much better if you lock your money up for a little more time. That's why the dollar is continuing to rally, and I'm assuming putting weight on our commodities and the gold. Traders, these are the charts I wanted to show you. Come join me live in my trading room at livewithoscar.com. So traders, you've seen the charts. You've got my technical reasoning why. We've got a red Omni, meaning the market should start off going down tomorrow, and Emini, S&P, Nasdaq, Russell, Dow, and gold. I've pounded into your head the Oscarism of when we see a double top,
We sell at a double top.
Do you get it now, kids? Make sure you know this the next time you see one. The 200 bar moving average is absolutely back in play, and boy, fund managers, when it's below it, they seem to sell. When it's above it, they seem to buy. We're below it now. You know what that usually means, right? And gold and dollars, I showed you that relationship, traders. I hope that helps. Gift from me. I hope all of this helps you to be a much better analyst, which in turn should make you a much better trader. Thank you, Omniacs, for tuning into my channel, for watching all these videos, for all the years of support. Love you guys. And remember, come down to my website, hang out with me in my live trading room. I'll help protect you and teach you how these markets operate. Keep you calm when the markets are freaking out. You know how that can be, right? We don't want you touching any keys, touching the keyboards and changing orders. Hang out with me. I'll talk you down, man. I'll talk you down if I have to, whatever it takes. You know what I mean? So anyway, the last thing I want to tell you is this. Keep your emotions out of this game. One of the best things I can tell you to do to keep those emotions at bay, and believe me, I know it's not easy, but emotions make really bad decisions. So, say this to yourselves every morning, every afternoon, every evening, and you know what that is. Stops are in. Emotions are out. Very good, guys. Thank you so much. I will see you all at livewithoscar.com. Futures trading is risky and can cause substantial financial loss. We do not claim or guarantee that you will profit from the information provided.